and gentlemen, welcome once again to CHIKARA's Podcast A Go-Go, your weekly dose of CHIKARA's brand of professional wrestling. My name is Gavin Loudspeaker. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to take a look at a singles match between UltraMantis Black and Brodie Lee. This took place back at JoshiMania in New York City. Now, Brodie Lee was scheduled to take part in our 12 Large Summit round-robin championship tournament, but was injured in the early goings and was unable to finish the tournament. He had to forfeit his matches, and now he is coming back for revenge on some of those opponents. Let's take a look right now at the brutal Brodie Lee and UltraMantis Black.
Now making his way towards the ring, coming to us from the Spectrum, and boy, is the tyrannical, totalitarian, ladies and gentlemen, the diabolical UltraMantis Black!
I'm glad I am. Get rid of that.
There's the bell, and UltraMantis Black taking advantage of Brodie Lee's apparent confusion over that staff that Mantis brings to the ring. Mantis is going to need that advantage to take on the much larger Brodie Lee. Just made his return from injury back to the CHIKARA rings back in October with our return to Williamsport. And Brodie Lee recently said in that CHIKARA blog that due to injury he missed a lot of matches in the 12 Large Summit, and he feels that that injury did not happen, he would have been the grand champion. And Mantis to the outside! The crushing senton being joined here by Gavin Loudspeaker. I was going to say the man who needs no introduction, but it's the man who gets no introduction in Brodie Lee because he picks on you all the time.
Oh, man. And in my own hometown, no less, LFC.
Well, Brodie Lee's from New York, but he's a Maple Leafs fan, so nobody here likes him anyway.
UltraMantis Black here gets a tremendous reception every single time he is here in New York City. Tonight was no exception.
The Mantis tonight going it alone. No Hollow Wicked, no Frightmare, no Crossbones.
No Spectral Envoy at all.
That's right, that could be a mistake. Taking on the big rig Brodie Lee. Mantis did jump him before the bell, which is smart strategy, but now you are not going to want to mix brawling with the big rig Brodie Lee as he just devastated UltraMantis Black with that European uppercut.
UltraMantis Black is in Brodie Lee's territory right now, out there on the arena floor. That's where he likes to do it, truck stop style. But UltraMantis Black right now fighting back with some forearms. He's got to get this match back in the ring.
And that's right, it's a 20 count here on the floor for all time.
Oh, UltraMantis Black! So hard!
Sent upside down into the retaining barricade around the ring. And that's a strong man to be pitching you like that.
He was airborne when he hit that guardrail with his back. He was upside down. He might have landed on his head while he was at it.
Those protective mats that are mandated here by the New York State Athletic Commission really don't do all that much to protect you when you get tossed almost 100 miles per hour into the guardrail upside down and land on your head like you said. Brodie did break the count there.
Well, Brodie Lee only has one speed, and that's out of control.
Where's he going?
They're going to the backstage, the locker room area.
Oh, they're up here on the stage. I see them now.
Now they're on stage here, the Highline Ballroom.
Gary from Smart Mark Video following. I wouldn't get too close to Brodie Lee if I was you.
Brawling here on the stage in this VIP section of the Highline Ballroom here. I bet they're getting a little bit more than they paid for tonight.
Brodie immediately trying to put some distance between himself and Mantis.
Big Brodie Lee, the boot. UltraMantis Black goes flying backwards, and the referee, Jonathan Barber, has yet to be able to get this match in the ring.
That boot just sent Mantis flying 3 rows back. Brodie looks to be maybe setting up for it again. Mantis had a steam.
Oh, big back body drop. That brings him in the ring. The hard way, as they say. 1 foot, no, not cover. He was just stomping on his sternum there, putting all his body weight down on his rib cage.
Brodie looks a big man, but it looks like he's leaned up, gotten some more muscle mass since the last time.
Leaned up or meaned up?
Well, a little bit of both.
Oh, what a shot! They heard that in Queens, Long Island, and Staten Island.
That's those burrows you've been talking about, right?
2 of them. Brodie Lee just going right to the throat there. That's his MO, 24 hours a day. UltraMantis now. Looks like a little slingshot action. Oh, God, right into that bottom rope, into the throat. Brodie Lee making the cover now, does not hook a leg. UltraMantis able to kick out.
Bryce and I were talking in the previous contest, Portia Perez versus Gami. A little bit of overconfidence. Saw Gami have a little bit tougher of a fight than she had originally expected. Brodie Lee, with that size advantage that he has, sometimes does get a little overconfident. That's sometimes where he does fall. But he is firmly in control of this contest right now as he grabs the side of the mask. UltraMantis Black has got to be very careful. Pull that mask off. That's an immediate disqualification here in
He
CHIKARA.
cannot underestimate UltraMantis Black. Because even though UltraMantis can get it done in the ring, he has also got that secret, devious side to him that Brodie Lee can never underestimate. But that was a tremendous maneuver.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. UltraMantis is devious, he's underhanded, but still the fans love him. Brodie is just rotten and mean. I don't know if there's anything in the world that can cheer him up.
No redeeming qualities whatsoever about that individual right there.
I don't know, his fiance is kind of nice.
UltraMantis Black just not moving at all. Really putting his signature boot right to the face of UltraMantis. This crowd in New York City is not liking it.
The sheriff there, Jonathan Barber, and trying to enforce the rules to Brodie Lee, and every time he does, Brodie Lee just gives him this look, just as to say, go ahead, one more time, and I'll just take your head off too.
Brodie Lee does not believe in rules, he doesn't believe in laws, and he certainly doesn't follow them.
Oh, and he's got UltraMantis by the antenna there. Just slapping him in the head.
Yeah, Mantis is in bad shape here. He's taking a lot of real devastating punishment. I mean, he went into that guardrail. He's been on the stage there.
But Mantis still fighting almost defiantly of what the punishment Brodie Lee has dished out here.
Brodie Lee in control. Now UltraMantis Black trying to fight his way out of this.
Oh, up and over. Brodie was going for a slam, perhaps. Mantis
going downstairs.
He's going for the praying Mantis bomb. I don't know if you're going to get the big man over this soon.
I don't think so. Not quite. It's a little too early in the contest for that.
Mantis could be out on his feet. Brodie going for another clothesline. Ducked by Mantis. Caught him. Full Nelson into a slam.
He got all of it. He hooks him up. No. Brodie kicking out. It was a 1.
Right when Brodie took that slam, he rolled over onto his stomach, allowing himself a couple of extra seconds as Mantis rolled him over onto his back for the pin. And it was because of those couple extra seconds he was able to kick out at 1. Oh, but the
big rig all the way around. UltraMantis in the truck stop. Oh, no! UltraMantis gets the shoulder up. LFC, that was close.
And now called for the end. Brodie's hair, Brodie's face, and they're getting more distressed to match the look on his face as this goes on.
Brodie Lee all the way up. Could be going for a big power bomb. UltraMantis able to get out the back door. Now Brodie goes up.
Wow, I can't believe he got Brodie up for that. Brodie could be out.
No. The thick skull of Brodie Lee protecting him from that maneuver possibly.
That was Gavin Loudspeaker who said that Brodie has a thick skull, not Leonard F. Chikarison.
UltraMantis now scaling, going all the way up to that top rope.
That's what Mantis
Brodie's a long way away. Brodie's far away. Oh, no.
Ran right into that big boot now, Brodie. He could have probably
flew into it.
He probably could have just pinned him right after that. Tiger bomb.
That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, CHIKARA fans, Season 11 is upon us. Check out our season debut, January 28th. in Easton, Pennsylvania. But ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't stop there. We'll be coming back to more familiar haunts like Reading, Pennsylvania. But we're also going to be coming to brand new places like Long Island, New York. And then in March, we'll be making our international foray into Canada. That's right, Chikara comes to the Great White North. Make sure you check out Chikara live when it comes to your area. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you again next week on The Go-Go. I'm Gavin.